Hello, welcome back to Ghosthunter. This is Enchanted once again, and let's discuss what we just learned from that last recording. Apparently we're not just fighting Captain Kraken as the actual Kraken aboard this ship, we're fighting his entire crew all merged into one massive entity. Just something I quite like, and that's a really cool idea that it's not just one guy who's gone into this weird kind of a bloated mass. It's like his entire crew are all contributing to it, and I quite like the way he described it as well when Fortescue was describing the transformation, mentioning that he grew stronger and stranger with time going and passing. So I like the kind of, not quite alliteration, but you know, that kind of a, I'm sure there's probably a word for that kind of a word usage, but I can't think of it right now. But these guys are really annoying to hit. This is like, not sure if they really count as weak colours, or if they're just yellow because of the ship. But these guys are really annoying to hit because they like to retreat like this. Get like behind stuff. I mean, we are hitting it barely. It's just, there we are, finally. Of course, we have very little actual room to fight them. But also here we get the proper ship theme as well, which is quite cool. Like all the ghostly wails and stuff you're hearing as we're descending into the ship's funnel. Oh, don't hide. Come on. Come back. They'll come back with the grenades out. Yeah, these guys are annoying because of this. Because if the grenade goes in them, they will then immediately pretty much flee, and that's annoying. Because then they just go behind the thing, and you have to just bring the grenade back and wait for them to follow it back out again when they're no longer in danger. Nearly dealt with this stupid guy. Yeah, this room can be a bit of a pain with the actual combat because of this situation where the enemies will always be trying to flee you. So, come on. There we are, finally. But I quite like this room overall though, because I like the idea of climbing up and around this entire place. Like every single ladder, ledge and wall is necessary to advance in the room in some way. We're going up and down all over the place, and I quite like the design of that. It definitely helps it feel like it's completely falling apart. The fact that you have to use every part of it to get anywhere. It's not just a straightforward ladder anymore. It may have used to be that once, but now it's this nonsense. We have to go back up here, and then around there, and down there. It's kind of weird to have a platforming level right in the middle of this shooter, but there you go. I quite like the way the theme of the ship incorporates the sound of a foghorn as well. It's all very, everything about this soundtrack feels appropriate to the location you're actually in. And here comes the next layer of the track, as we navigate this thingy, which can be kind of hard to tell, but here is a bit of a gap, so we have to sidle a bit there. One thing I quite like though is that all of the themes, at least the large amounts of them, follow the same basic chord progression, but have a slightly different way of doing it. It's not so obvious here. Here might actually break the pattern, but at least in the next level it's very similar chord progression, it's just portrayed very differently. But we'll see when we see it. But that's something I like about it, is it's the same basic Ghosthunter theme, but they just kind of change up how they play it a little bit, that kind of thing. It keeps the soundtrack feeling like it's one game, but managing to differentiate between the areas in a way that I quite like. I also like the idea of going underneath this platform and then back along the top of it. That's kind of a cool little wraparound. I always like when games do that. Feels fairly cool. So let's hop over here and over there. So get down to the bottom floor finally. And the slide, which is something I nearly always forget happens. So yeah, we have not much else we can do here. So let's see what that plunger is here for. Certainly can't go that way. Can't go over it, we can't go under it, we'll have to go through it! Yep. We just blow up half the ship to get to the actual next part of the puzzle, which I quite like. It's ballsy. Considering we're on the ship, it seems like a foolish thing to do, but there we go. So let's summon Astral and explore these holes, and then see what we need to do with her properly. There we go. So let's head up there first and see what's in there. That'll be down to Lazarus climbing all that way. Bit of health, bit of ammo, nothing important. So I'm glad we didn't climb up this way. Not even any law, so let's just move on. And we all know what we do with Astral in large bodies of water. Bloop. And here we have a few more little bits of ghost energy just in case we need it, before we move on to the actual puzzle that Astral has to take part in. This area can be a little bit weird to navigate. Yeah, there's going to be lore there in a minute, that's cool. But for now, Astral can't touch anything, so let's explore this little area. But yeah, this area can be a bit weird to navigate. Down is the not quite the right way to go, as far as I recall. So let's go back up and see what there is on the next level up as well, before we actually figure out what we need to do here. But unfortunately, Astral can't actually get up here because the stairs are completely blocking her, so obviously, what we need is on the middle floor, so let's investigate and see what we can find.
So pretty, like a butterfly. Come on, to my flame. And he is simply wonderful. Keeping on and on through all adversity, clinging to life, trying so hard, doing exactly what I require him to do. There's a word for it. Stupidity.
Why don't you just leave him alone? He's nothing.
He's hardly that.
You know his luck's gotta run out soon, so get him out of there before it's too late. Throw in someone who's got what it takes. You hear me? Let him go and I'll take over, okay? You don't need both of us.
How quaint. I do believe you're starting to care for him. I shouldn't become too attached.
You're really a jerk, you know that? And I should know. I've met plenty.
Or perhaps you should allow yourself to become enamored. After all, he's doing all this in order to find you, yes? Keep looking on in admiration. I propose a simple arrangement. When I have her, he can have you.
Oh, yeah?
And I am a man, a monster, of my word.
One thing I quite like with that is that normally in those kind of situations, the kidnapped person is always kind of like begging for their own help, begging to be released, that kind of thing. I quite like that she takes the opposite tack because of her being a fairly strong character. She's just like, you know, Lazarus is a bumbling idiot. He's going to bumble himself into getting himself killed at some point, so please get him out of there before something bad happens. Like, that's an interesting perspective on things that I quite like, that she's like, you've already got me, I'm much more competent, put me in the field, I can do whatever you need to do, you don't have to worry about him anymore, that kind of thing. It's an interesting perspective on things. And yeah, here we need to, this isn't really obvious that you need to go up this way, because it's kind of hard to see that passage from there. And then you have to go all the way down here as well, because there's not really a lot to do in the middle room. It's just kind of a weird part of the game to go up because you have to go like entirely around the puzzle in order to solve it. Because the middle area of the puzzle is completely worthless. You only really do stuff down here and all the way up at the top. So first of all, let's seal this shut because this is obviously we need to drain the water, and the pump will be very effective if there's a leak. So there we go. That's better. So let's head back to the other functional part of this fairly strangely laid out puzzle and solve it. Yeah, some of these puzzles are kind of an odd duck. But now that that's shut, we can investigate this. A switch. I haven't used this for a while, let's jump into this now. And push this. There we go. The water's drained. Which of course means that now Lazarus can get his way down here too. Let's head back to Lazarus and move on. And get all that ghost energy back. I mentioned this before, but I really do quite like the way the game kind of gives you the energy. It doesn't make you pick it up physically, because it means that you can kind of have him picking you up during cutscenes when he's on transit to a different point in the cutscene, and that's pretty cool.
Day 21,240. Raise the flag in your tankards. It's over. Been quite a long haul, I won't deny, but at last the beast is gone. At our wits' end and nearly done for, when along comes a yak, some sort of stowaway, I can only imagine. Well, I shan't court-martial him for that, because he turned out to be the finest soldier I've ever had the privilege to serve with. The Professor, we called him. What a military mind, and weaponry to make the Royal Artillery blush. Nabbed the beast single-handedly, and now he's gone, and it's gone, without so much as a by your leave. I await instructions, and won't let the lads get demob happy. Our mission goes on. Protect His Majesty's gold.
Yeah, 21,000 days, that's quite a long time. That's about 58 years straight of fighting before they actually took him down. Yeah, he's been at this quite a while. Yes, I did just quickly bring up the Windows calculator to work that out. Yeah. So now we've finally got this water down. Now we can actually do stuff in the bottom layer. Because now the water pressure's gone, this door opens.
Day 22,001. Stow away your deck quoits. We're in war again. The beast is back. Lord alone knows how or where it's come from, but some fool must be to blame. There's always one idiot in a company. First thing it did was steal back the dagger of Poseidon, and now the creature's more dangerous than ever. If I hadn't stabbed Kraken with that cursed statue, would all of this have been avoided? No. I leave such questions to the politicians. For ready, Freddy Fortescue, it's time for fisticuffs.
Whoops. Yep, 2 years later, Lazarus releases all the ghosts and now they're at war again. At least Freddy doesn't know it's our fault. So let's move on down here and see what we can find down below further once we've got a better gun on. Yeah, this turns out to be a bit of a mistake getting the shotgun out, but there we go. Here we just need to find the right way down now, in this big engine room. Which is pretty close to like the rest of the level. We're pretty very far through the level at this point. Not got a lot more to go, really. Let's find the sweet spot where we can drop down onto the main engine, so we can actually move on now. Yeah, this area can be kind of hard to find, but it's right here we need to be, because there's a platform over here that we need to get on, and then we can just walk down. In either direction, really, it doesn't really matter. And yeah, you may notice all these heavy doors on these massive catwalks that we can't get to. Bear those in mind. I quite like this because we did massive panoramic view of the engine. That's pretty cool. Let me go down here. It gives you something to look at and something to kind of look forward to as well. All these walkways, well, it's kind of a promise of you will be here later on, so enjoy the view from here for now. But here is a little bit of forward motion. Let's go through these particularly welcoming doors. And find a bunch of enemies to fight. This is the last large fight in this level, actually. After this point it's largely puzzles. But this is the last fight against these military guys. And there's a lot of them, and they're just as annoying in this level as they are everywhere else. I'm just glad that these biohazard barrels aren't actually explosive, because if this room had explosive barrels, this fight would suck. Yeah, kind of regretting the shotgun here, but it's what I use, so here we go. So it's taken fairly short workers, and the problem is with the shotgun is that they can dodge it fairly quickly, because they move fairly quickly. So while it's technically more efficient, or you end up missing a lot of it, and that can happen. I don't actually use the shotgun all that much in this game because of that, because a lot of enemies are just a bit too fast. And those save it for like revenants and large clusters and things like that. So let's just chase this guy down. We're just having to kind of chase these guys down one at a time because they always run away while shooting at you, which is tactically sound but annoying to fight. So I'm glad this is the final time we actually fight these guys. What I always find quite fun though is when you end up banking a grenade off a wall by accident. That's always kind of funny. Let's try and nab this guy when I was in the corner. There we are. Now this guy over here. Getting in the way, mate. Stop it. I'm just glad that there aren't any guys with miniguns. That would be really annoying. The guys have to get right up close and stab straight in the face with a grenade. Because those guys would be an annoying thing to add to this room. Go. Only a couple more, I think. Let's try and find them. There's a good chance they'll be upstairs, so that's where we're going to move this fight to now. We're going to just jitter upstairs like a weird spider. And here we go. Let's try and chase this guy down. Oh, he's over there now, the cheeky thing. Stop strafing. Just get in my grenade, you fuck. Yeah, again, I'm glad this is the last fight with these guys, because these guys are really annoying. Because they just keep moving, so half your shots just end up going right past them as they're just walking ahead of them. There we go.
Jones, excellent, you made it. Jolly good show. Now then, here's the jam we're in. Got to get through that blasted door. Stand back for the captain. Get back or I'll shoot. Don't shoot. Man, chap's on our side, you damn fool. He's just rescued me.
Oh, right, sir. Very good, sir.
Now, stand easy, you three, while I hatch a plan.
On the same side then, eh? Oh dear. Oh no, can't fight with you. Don't know what to call you.
Smudger? He can be Smudger. Smudger?
Yeah, only we lost our last Smudger, see? Cooked it the other day. Any of these any good? We've lost a Ginger, Pongo, Chalky White, Sponge, Titch.
2 titches.
Yeah, we lost 2 Titches. And a lovely lad, Tease Up, always had a bottle.
Made a smashing brew, tease up.
Listen, my name's Lazarus Jones. Call me that.
Okay, you men, fall in.
Jacko, Jug ears or Jock? None of them do you?
Okay, gather round, you men. The only explosives we've got are with my body, wherever that is. Need a volunteer. Well done, Jones. Good egg. I want you to go out on reconnaissance, find my body, free it, and then we can blast that door to smithereens. Agreed? Good. And you 2 chaps can stay here and keep me guarded. Okay? Fall out.
Taff. He can be Taffy. Said his name was Jones, didn't he?
Taffy, he said. Fits him like a glove. Ha! Nice one, Nobby.
I like the whole nickname thing. It's a very weirdly British joke, but there we go. But yeah, you may have guessed this part's gonna be a bit weird because he mentions, "Oh, free my body." It's already free. The problem is it's gonna be crossing this room from right to left with the dynamite, and if these guys see it, bad things happen. There it is. So let's try and keep them off it by distracting it, by annoying the hell out of them, by just constantly making a load of noise in their direction, so that they just don't look in his direction, because this can be a bit annoying to actually do. Although he may have noticed, one has already noticed him, and I haven't noticed that, so he is not about to end this fairly well. Trying to kind of avoid that there, but whoops. But yeah, when that happens, he just kind of comes back over here. There he is, back at the entrance. He just kind of respawns back at the start. So don't worry, he actually makes it this time. But yeah, those things can reach you, it's just very hard for them to actually do so. But we just need to make sure that when he's about halfway across the room, we book it to the other side so we can distract the other set of tentacles before they get interested in him. Yeah, this part's fairly weird. You just stand there, shoot your gun a bunch, and then do the same with another spot. It's a very weird puzzle that I can't really call a puzzle. It's just a very strange sequence, but it's kind of amusing anyway. So, now that he's almost there, let's quickly jaunt across the other side of the room to make sure that they keep their eyes on us. Run. No, you don't. Over here, mate. There we go. Piss on just enough to look over here. Oh, you can't do anything about it anymore. There he is, there's the body, we just need to get a little bit further. But he's already pretty close to safe at this spot. There's not really a lot else that can happen at this point, I don't recall. I don't think that tentacle thing can actually grab him from here, because that's just like looking against an eye from here. Yeah, this shit is why they give you an infinite ammo pistol. This is kind of a dumb puzzle. But this is what I kind of like, is that because he's a ghost, he just walks straight across that. Because also he can't see, so he has no idea that that's actually a gap there. It's like a Looney Tunes situation. But there we go, dynamite's planted. There we are. So let's go meet him down there, and finally blow that door open. Kind of wish there was a sprint button at moments like this, but there isn't. There we go, let's meet up with him. One thing I quite like is in the cutscene at the beginning of this level, when he tries to salute, he kind of simultaneously is kind of like moving his hand from where his head would be to where it actually is. That's a funny touch I didn't mention. But here is Captain Kraken himself.
There you are, Jones. That's the chap we've been battling against. Nasty blighter, eh? Now, we've used up the dynamite. but I've got a plan.
You're not the only one.
If you can disturb the brute, you may be able to snatch back the dagger of Poseidon. With that to lure him, you can lead him anywhere. The ball's where I want the blackguard. Got the perfect trap waiting. So just head there with a statue and he's sure to follow. I'm off to set up the trap. I'll be in radio contact.
So yeah, the boat's actually nearly finished. The next level, the next video rather, will be the end of the boat, in which we awaken and defeat Captain Kraken. I will see you then. Goodbye.